What is wrong?
I was just fixing the information about what we're going to do just now.
Do you know what you're doing?
I think I will. The jury's out on that, but here we are. Brad Storck is here with us, and I just asked him.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Yeah. I just asked him he goes, you know how many times I've heard that commercial? And I said, 1,000. He goes, no, it's probably like the third or fourth time.
Once I recorded it, it's pretty much out the door.
Yeah. So you're here in your capacity as an official with the Solon American Legion. And you got kind of a really cool event coming up this Saturday.
Correct. This Saturday we have the Iowa Veterans Outdoor Experience.
Just pull that mic for you.
Oops, sorry.
Just a little bit closer. There you go.
We have the Iowa Veterans Outdoor Experience is doing our Rock 22 March. It's a 2.2 mile road march starting at 9:30-ish on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. And you guys do such great work. What is the purpose of today Saturday's walk?
So Saturday's walk, as many people know, September is Suicide Awareness Month. What many people might not know is that 22 veterans a day commit suicide throughout our country. This march being on the 22nd, marching 2.2 miles, a lot of people will be carrying the 22-pound pack for this to represent a veteran that has committed suicide during that time.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine the age ranges are pretty wide.
Last year was our first one. Our youngest participant was a 5-year-old girl.
No kidding.
Our oldest participant was an 85-year-old vet.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, it's everything in between. You name it.
Yeah, and I would imagine the range of veterans that do unfortunately commit suicide. It's not just the older, the Vietnam vets or people like that. It's people recently, out of combat and things like that.
Yep, and that's part of why Iowa Veterans Outdoor Experience actually became. We just needed another nonprofit out there that's looking out for them. To date, Iowa Veterans Outdoor Experience has unfortunately saved about 16 vets from committing suicide.
Well, I remember when you still do the hunting experience, right?
Yep. That's going to start this October 31st through the 4th.
That is something else. If you haven't heard about this, listeners, they bring in disabled veterans and give them the experience of going out and hunting. Maybe they were active hunters before having their accident or what have you, and a lot of them I know really benefit from it because they get to talk with people that are in the same boat they are.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're isolated in a rural area. Nobody knows what they're going through, and they don't feel like they can talk to anybody about what they're going through. This is a great opportunity, and it's not like you've got thousands of people doing this. It's a small group, mm-hmm. and you get them up and get them out in the field to do. Is it deer hunting?
Yes, bigtails.
Mm-hmm. And then your local butcher, is it
Ruzikas?
Yeah, they dress the meat and ship it so that the hunters can have it, and they do it at no charge. It's just a really great thing that you guys do.
Yeah, the town of Solon has supported us so immensely throughout the years. We started back in 2018, and from day one, the entire community has just been right with us.
Yep.
Why is it that the vets commit suicide? And such
range of things. I mean, it's PTSD, it's monetary things. It really kind of, the scope is very, very wide. It can come down to being homeless. There's so many veterans that are homeless out there, and it seems like we have other agendas that seem to be looking over them. Mm-hmm. Or overlooking, shall I say?
Yeah, overlooking them. Yeah.
You guys, groups like yours have brought awareness to that, and other groups have popped up to help in other areas. But again, in some of the areas that are underserved, I'm sure they feel like they're just faceless out there.
Yeah, and that's, the hunt really to us is secondary. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great to get them in. It's great to have all ability levels where you've got some guy that comes in, has absolutely no gear whatsoever, and then you have the guy that's going to go out and track his own deer, got his own deer, drag his own deer because he's great white hunter. Uh-huh. So We get a little bit of everything, and it's been from every corner of the United States. We started out locally as Iowa, but it's gone from, we've had hunters from Florida, from Maine, from Alaska, California, all throughout. But the main focus is more the camaraderie that we bring together when we get all these vets back together and they start telling each other their stories, whether it's a Korean War vet or a Iraq or Afghanistan vet. We all have the same kind of experiences in different ways, I guess,
Right.
if you will.
Yeah. Same basic experience.
Right.
Just different stage.
Right.
So Saturday, do you have to register ahead of time or just show up, or how does this work?
Registration's going to start at 8:30. It's $22 to register. We have T-shirts that are going to be available. I'm going to let you guess what the price of those T-shirts are.
I'm going to say $22.
That's about right, $22. We're hoping to get everything kicked off as far as the ruck starting at 9:30 is our goal kickoff time, and it's 2.2 miles.
Is it through downtown or?
It's going to be throughout Solon. I can't remember the route right off my head.
Sure,
I was the
expect you
add-in
to-
this morning.
Yeah. And you said this is the third year doing this?
This is our second year.
Okay, how many people did you have the first year?
I want to say we had 80
Wow.
something for some
that's
reason. I don't know why
impressive.
that's in my head, but
So you guys shooting for at least 100 this year?
I would hope so. We're gonna try and get the Solon football team to join us.
Oh, there you
I'll be
go.
talking to them on Thursday. So
Now, do you provide the sacks for them to carry, or do they have to?
that's totally optional if they want to do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
but that's very cool, and this is a great event. And we just earlier in the month we were talking to. We had a story about the University of Iowa and how many college kids, are going, have, because it is Suicide Awareness Month, how many college kids a year, take their own lives because of either the pressures or just the mental anguish of sometimes, it's not for everybody. And, sometimes you kind of get lost in the crowd and you feel isolated, and exactly like the veterans do when they come home.
Yep.
It's like homesickness.
Yeah. We're lucky here. We've got the Iowa City VA here. You guys are here. There's a couple other veterans groups that are here, and outreach groups that, try to get people off the streets. And, we're very lucky here. But like I said, there are other places where, like you say, they just kind of fade into the background.
Yep.
So if you got some time on Saturday, the football game's not till 6:30. You got no excuse. Got to get home and tailgate. Got plenty of time for that.
Get your steps in before you get to the game.
And it's supposed to be a pretty decent day on Saturday too, especially in the morning. So, is there meet at the Solon American Legion? Is that where it starts?
Yep. Steinecker Post 460 at 222 East Main Street in Solon.
You guys doing the Lenten fish fries again this year?
Yep. We'll do it all.
Seriously, the American. I mean, you think the Solon American Legion, you have to be a vet, but you really don't. I mean, and you guys are, because we've gone there, we've gone to all the fish fries. You guys are just such a welcoming group. It really is.
It's one of the few posts out there anymore that's still open to the public, and we really, with as much as the Solon community backs us, we welcome them with open arms.
I mean, even Kurt Means.
Yeah, even Kurt Means.
When I go in there, it just reminds me of places that I frequented in my youth. They're just kind of nice neighborhood bars that just fit right into the neighborhood, and there's none of this elitist stuff like, oh, you got to pay a cover charge and got to be dressed a certain way. Just go in and have a good time.
Go in, relax, and have the cheapest drinks in town.
And you got a concert coming up Sunday too.
There is, and I'll be honest with you, I don't remember exactly who's going to be in there.
There's
so many other things going on.
It's Ray Scott is the
That's
guy's
right.
And
I
the
did
Jell-O
this
shots.
and the opening act, the Jell-O shots, and tickets are available at the Legion for that as well, and that's Sunday night. So, Brad, thanks so much for coming in and talking about this really important issue and this cool event that's coming up Saturday.
I appreciate you bringing us in and letting us give our little punch.
All right, sounds good. Thanks
we'll
again.
Keep plugging it.
Yep.
It's 8:45, the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
This morning, there is increased